Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and even you, impatient John, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Tuesday, October the 1st. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. John, is everything okay in your life, man? You seem to be very on edge all the time. Still, you're welcome here. You're always welcome here, but you just bring a different kind of energy, but it's okay. I'm a very patient and welcoming person. Not sure about you, but I'm not here to judge. To everyone, including John, welcome. Thanks for being here. Moderators, keep this a safe and respectful place. Legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for all your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or better, all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. And to be honest with John, I'm just having fun with John. What's interesting is my computer is 2 minutes faster than my phone and my watch. So I went by my phone and my watch. So even though my computer may have said it was 11 o'clock, technically it was only 10:58. So I don't know what it said for you guys, or if it said the stream was supposed to start, but I definitely pressed go live as soon as my watch and my phone, which what I go by, said 11 p.m. But enough about that. Thanks for being here. This is how you guys can all get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, and get notified by videos. I dropped 2 of them today, and yeah, they both did really well. I think you guys are starving for Canucks content, which is pretty cool. You can like the video. There are 36 of you in here already, only 6 likes, so make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. You can leave a donation and get that donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message, your M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Now it's Tuesday night. That means I have to stop between 11:40, 11:45, because I have to get to my church by 12 for my weekly prayer hour. By the way, last night, the kids Sean, Jake, and Kayla got out of the airport so quickly. Even though I left as soon as I was done with you guys, they were waiting for me for 10 minutes. So customs was a breeze. Nexus they all have Nexus, so I'm sure that was a breeze. Picking up their luggage was a breeze. So yeah, I was actually 5 to 10 minutes late picking them up, but they're okay. They're just really, really tired. So they're all home safely. So warning, we got a lot to talk about: roster cuts, line combinations, D-PAIRINGS, power play, JT Miller, Pia Suter, Akito Hirose. I'm going to try and do all that in the next 20 minutes. So I still give you guys 15 minutes to ask me questions, or I can react to your comments. But I am going to talk for 2 minutes about bowling, because that's what I do on Tuesday night. So if you're going to complain, hey, isn't this a Canucks show? Yes, it is. But indulge me for 2 minutes, because I'm so excited to be back bowling. I think I was too excited to bowl overall tonight, because I was supposed to be in South Carolina, as you guys know. So I even arranged and paid for a sub. And then I got to bowl. My first game, you guys, horrible. 126. So needless to say, my opponent beat me. But then I had 3 really good games. I went 172, that was a win. I went 168, that was a win. And then I went 184, but my opponent got 187, so he beat me. So we split 2 games each, but I won total by 40, so I got 6 out of the 10 points. Our middle guy got 4 out of 10, so that makes 10 out of 20. But then Simon, our captain, swept their captain, who unfortunately was Sean. Sean bowled well. Simon bowled even better. So he took 10 out of all 10 points. So we got 20 out of the 30 individual points. And then we won all 4 games total. So 4 points, each of those. And then we won overall total, which is another 4 points. So 20 team points, 30 individual points. Sorry, 20 team points, 20 individual points. So when you add it all up, we took 40 out of 50 points. Last week, we took 42 out of 50. And then the week before that, we only took 18. So we had 1 bad week, 2 really good weeks. And now we are 3rd place in the entire league This was my second best week. My first week, I bowled a 159 average. Last week, I bowled 165, and today I bowled 163. So very, very consistent in the 160 range, but I can do a lot better. That's it. That's it for bowling talk. All to say that our team beat Sean's team tonight, and I won my matchup 3-2. So I am undefeated. I have not lost this year. I've taken 6 points, then I think 10 points, and then 6 points again. Okay, enough bragging about my bowling. I'm just really happy to bowl, but I think I was so happy tonight, so hyper, that I did not bowl well in the first game. Too excited to be there, just like I'm excited to be here. Justin Credible, member from the very start, 44 months, says, it's almost hockey season when you're doing fantasy draft days before the season starts on Friday. Can't wait for the puck to drop in another season and see the team strive for a deep run. Go Canucks, go. I am so glad that you're here, Justin. Let's give Justin some love for using his Triple M and acknowledging that he's been a member for 44 months ever since I started. That's 3 years and 8 months. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, Irvin, let's hear the good news as I get into the Canucks for sure. Let's hear the good news, Irvin. All right. The day started off. Oh, Viper's doing a Viper is doing a draft right now. I'm going to tell you, for those of you that were at Canucks After Dark, the reason why we were late last night is Parker was doing his draft. Michael says bowling chat is still more interesting than Halford and Bruff going on about soccer. That is hilarious, Michael. Oh, he took it away. Okay. RSA Rinketic, 20 euro or 20 Swedish krone. So I don't know how much that is. But RSA says, have a great stream. I will be flying to the moon. What does that mean? Is that code word for flying somewhere else? Are you flying to North America? Are you flying somewhere else in Europe? Because I know you're in Sweden. Thank you, RSA, for the donation. I believe that's about $253 Canadian. So thank you. Let's give RSA some love in the chat for sure. Like $2 USD. Thank you, RSA. Thank you for bringing that up. All right, let's get going. Where is Swervin Irvin's good news? He teased it, but then he didn't say what it was, unless I missed it. So early this morning, the Canucks made some roster cuts, and I won't say everything that I said in my video, but I know Canucks fans are hungry because my video did really well. It has 2,000 views on it already, not because of anything I said, but because I think people are seeking out Canucks news. So 4 players have to clear waivers because of their age and or how many games they've played. Phil DiGiuseppe, which is the biggest surprise to me, Nate Smith, Christian Wolanin, and Jiri Patera. And as I said in my video, DiGiuseppe going down means Baines and Ratu are still fighting for a spot. I'll talk about that in a second. Nate Smith going down, Christian Wolanin, who I think is the next option. I don't know why they keep him up, why they don't keep him up and send Friedman down. So they have one extra left shot guy, one extra right shot guy instead of the 2 right shot guys in Juleson and Friedman, and then goaltender Jiri Patera. Then the other players that do not have to clear waivers, so you can just send them up and down. Carlson, Lekaramaki, no surprise there. As much as we wanted to see him start here, one more year in the AHL would do good for him. Ty Mueller, Max Sasson, who played all 5 preseason games. Christian Felton, Cole McWard, Kirill Kudryavtsev, the defenseman Elias Pettersson, who had a rough goal last night, and then goaltender Nikita Tolopilo. So if Patera clears waivers like we expect him to, then Patera and Tolopilo will likely be the 2 Abbotsford goalies battling. I guess Ty Young's there too. And then that leaves Demko, Shilovs, and Lankinen up on the big club. So consider this. I will get to you guys in about 10 minutes or so, but I can certainly take your comments on this. The biggest surprise to me was Phil DiGiuseppe, because I know how much Rick Tocchet loves him. I know how remember DiGiuseppe even got shifts with Miller and Besser last year on our de facto top line. So to see him waived was quite surprising to me, actually. I'm not sure if he's going to get picked up by a team. Rick Tocchet even said that he hopes that he doesn't get picked up. Other noticeable names, obviously notable names, Jonathan Lekkerimäki. He dazzled at the start of training camp, the start of preseason, but then kind of tailed off a little bit. And then, so I don't think there are any big surprises on here. Him and the DPD still need a bit more time, bit more seasoning. But yeah, the D Giuseppe one was the one that stuck out to me for sure. Jack uses his Triple M. Love to see it. Jack says, seems like all these roster and LTR problems could be solved by sending the Pullman contract into the Sun. Yes, but who on the Sun or not on the Sun is actually going to take it? That's the magic question. But I hear what you're saying for sure, Jack. Let's give some love to Jack being a franchise member for 11 months, coming up on a year, which is pretty darn cool. Yeah, Rome, that's true. If you keep Lekkerimäki up, it'll burn a year of his ELC and it gets him to a second contract sooner. That is true. That is a good point. No trial for the membership, John. You're either in or you're out. Then, with all this in mind, this is how the Canucks practice today. I can make it a bit larger for you. It'll just kind of go on. Okay. So Thomas Drance, Brendan Batchelor, everyone was tweeting out the lines, but I'll put this one up. So Miller, Besser, Heinen, no surprise there. Then Pedersen, DeBrusk, and Sprong. Actually, no surprise there. Those are the way that I've been predicting the top six, and many of you have predicted the top six as well. Like that is not just me. Then it gets a little bit interesting. You had Bluger between Garland and Hoglander, and that was the place that Aatu Ratu has been playing, but that's because Bluger. At the start of training camp, they announced he'd be out for a week. So I'm glad he was practicing today, and it sounds like he'll be ready for Friday, which is good. Then the fourth line had Niels Amon at center between Baines and Sherwood. Not surprised at all at the two wingers at Baines and Sherwood. Remember, this is without Dakota Joshua. And then you had Aatu Ratu as the extra. What's the name missing from there is Pius Suter. So let's talk about the forwards real quick. I thought you could go Ratu between Garland and Hoglander on this third line, if you trust Ratu there, and then your fourth line, if Suter is healthy, you go Bluger in the middle with Suter and Sherwood. I would love that as a fourth line, but is Aatu Ratu ready to take a third line spot? Or you put Bluger or Suter here, and then you put the other one, a Bluger or Suter, right here. So I do think Niels Amon is the placeholder for Pius Suter, who's hurt right now, or he just got, I guess, got a bit injured or something happened, something aggravated, tweaked something in that big dust up with Draisaitl 2 nights ago. So maybe that is something that they need. No, it's just last night. That's something they need to think about. They need to look at. But yeah, in a perfect world, Amon is out of this top 12 for me, and Suter's in there. However you want to do the bottom six. But noticeably absent is indeed Phil DiGiuseppe. So with Phil DiGiuseppe being sent down, and with Dakota Joshua recovering from cancer, then we know that there's at least one spot open, if not two, if Suter ends up a bit more long-term, or as I speculated yesterday, if Bluger wasn't in. So for sure, again, let's pretend that Suter's in here for Amon. So then you're going to have one spot basically for either Baines, Amon, or Ratu. So these three guys right here, Baines, Amon, and Ratu, to me, are fighting for one spot, if not two. D, absolutely no surprises. Hughes, Hronek, Susie Myers, Forbert, Desharnais. So there is your top 6 D, you guys. And this what I was kind of saying about Friedman and Juleson. These are two righties. Juleson is our number 7. Friedman is number 8. I know Friedman plays hard, but I have no problem sending Friedman down and having Christian Wolanin here as an extra. And then Akito Hirose, he won't make the team. He'll be sent down, but right now he's in concussion protocol. I guess he suffered a hit or a fall Saturday against the Flames, not last night. He didn't play last night because he got injured on Saturday. So remember, by Monday the 7th, they got to declare a 23-man roster, and they're still, how are they going to declare Pullman, Demko, and Joshua? So there's a lot of different things they can do if they want to stay out of long-term injury reserve. As someone asked about what's the advantage? Well, if you don't use long-term injury reserve money, if you don't go over the cap, including LTIR, then you can accrue more cap space. And the more you accrue, the better type of player, bigger contract that you can bring on when you make a trade closer to the end of the season or right at the trade deadline. So it's very important. The Canucks are trying to what they're trying to do is not go over the salary cap. And that includes Tucker Pullman. You can put guys on injury reserve, so you free up the roster spot, but their contract still counts against the cap. So the way Puckpedia has it right now, they say that the Canucks are under the cap of $88 million. They're under the cap by $91,000. That includes, under their calculations, that includes Pedersen, Miller, Besser, DeBrusque, Garland, Heinen, Bluger, Suter, Sherwood, Hoglander, Sprong, and Oman, and Dakota Joshua. Includes them on there. Also includes Hughes, Hronik, Susie, Myers, Pullman, Desharnais, Forbert, Juleson, and then Demko, Lankinen, and Shilov. So even with all those guys, the Canucks are still under the cap. And now they still got to move a couple guys like a Hirose, like a Friedman, and one of Baines, Aman, and Ratu, because I didn't say Baines, Aman, and Ratu's name. So the Canucks are going to do everything they can to stay under the $88 million salary cap, including Tucker Pullman. And that way they don't have to use extra space and give up their chance to accrue salary cap space as they go throughout the season. Don't worry about the numbers. Just understand the theory. And then as we get closer to next week, we'll have a chance to explain it a bit better. And then we'll see the actual ramifications for sure. Taylor says, hope Celebrini is okay. Yeah, I saw some tweets about it. Celebrini went down with a lower body injury. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, there are a lot of injuries, of course. I'm sure they will paper down people and probably go with 21 people to start. Yeah, you can. That's right. You can send people down to Abbotsford for the sake of getting under the 23-man roster limit, and then bring guys up again to start the season. So we will see what happens, and we will, we'll see what happens, and we have a few days to talk about for sure. 90 of you in here. I love it. And that's without the artificial X numbers, because with StreamYard now that I stream from, you have to be a X premium member. I'm not sure that's worth the money, although it might get some extra eyeballs on the show. We'll see. I'll figure that out before the start of the season. Let me do my Mitchell sponsor read, and then we'll turn it over to all of you for the second half of the show. Shout out to my sponsors. Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Glue, weight loss coach. Check him out at coachpatrickglue.com/clay. Receive your 5-day workout. Thank you to Gassy Jag Art Maker, that fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks of your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Don't forget that you can subscribe. You can like the video. You can leave. There's 90 of you in here, which is awesome. 90 people. Only 20 likes. So make sure you like the video. You can leave a donation like Rinketic has. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message like Justin and someone else has. Who's the other person that used their monthly membership message? I should know this. It was just like 10 minutes ago. Justin and Jack. Thank you, Jack. And then if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Finally, don't forget, selling merch now, Canuck Clay merch, canuckclay.threadless.com. You can pick up your merch and support me there. Okay, let's get to your questions and your comments for the next 20 minutes of the show. What do you got for me, my friends? If you were the Canucks management, do you put Demko Pullman in LTIR and still stay under the cap, or would you just put them on regular IR? If you put them on LTIR, you get the cap, like you're going to go over the cap Oh, I see what you're saying. Or do you put them on regular IR? I think they're going to try and keep them on regular IR and not go into LTIR and therefore lose their accrual space. So that's what I would do. I would not. We're going to try and not put any, because who knows? Maybe Demko's back within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So let's go. Yeah, with the second one, stay under. Put them on regular IR and still stay under the cap. Ricky, I agree with Frank Cervelli. Canucks are still a 100-point team, a slight regression, but a team better prepared for a long playoff run. Ricky, I've been saying the same thing myself. I predicted them at 102 points. So instead of 27 games over 500, I'm predicting 20 games over 500. 46, 26, and 10 is my prediction for their record. 46, 26, and 10. That's still 102 points. That still maybe wins or at least comes in second in the Pacific, but they want to be playing better as they go into the playoffs. Who's going to take an $8 million? Who's going to take on $8 million in salary? Oh, sorry, Viper, you're asking John. Oh, Demko Myers, yes. Andrew is in Japan. Konnichiwa indeed. Nice to see you, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. What do you, hey, Pastor Dan, what do you think the Canucks' identity is this year? Truly a faster team, a team that's kind of more annoying and faster to play against. I've actually noticed the way they do zone entries, the way they attack in the offensive zone. I think they're going to be a more a faster, more attacking type team, and that comes with the challenges of playing good defense as well. Do you think they're going to lose those two players? I think you mean players, in your opinion. I don't know who you're talking about, Simon. I don't know who you're talking about, but I do think that all four guys are going to clear, so I don't think they're going to lose players. They sure have no trust in Shilovs after some book Clay was talking about. John, not sure what you're saying. Truly. I didn't hear Cervelli say that. I heard his prediction that Canucks would be third in the division, though. Well, that is regression then. I don't know about the second part about playing better going to the playoffs. Because last season was disappointing. Do people take for granted how fun the year was in totality? No, I actually think if you can step back, swerve and and look back at last year, you'll recognize that it was beyond our wildest expectations. Quinn Hughes, Rick Tocchet winning major awards, Demko being a finalist, 109 points, 27 games over 500. I don't think people actually take for granted because of, I don't think they lose sight of how fun the season was because of how it ended. I think it's more like, wow, not we should have beat Edmonton, but we took Edmonton to 7 games. Yeah, there's their slogan, Rome. Last year ain't no fluke. Jason Lim is in the house. Welcome, Jason. Jovanovski or Olin? Gerby, I've always liked Olin. I think before Quinn Hughes, and even more than Alex Edler, I think Matthias Olin was the best Canucks defenseman in history. How refreshing is it to see real competition to make the last field? Oh, I love it. We're not feeling it with like Jack Skilly and guys like that. This is pretty exciting. And remember, that's because a lot of it's because Dakota Joshua, he's come back and the competition is even stiffer. So I think it's a great place to be. Why they trade for Lindholm to let him go? John, they were loading up. They were loading up for a deep cup run. And yes, they gave up a lot to get Elias Lindholm, but you kind of got to do that. If you think you're a contender and if you think you can make it, like you didn't give up a lot to get Zadorov, but you gave up a lot to get Lindholm. So I guess a tale of two players, both from Calgary, both now in Boston. Yeah, Taylor, maybe that's a better way of saying it. It was a rental. Was Owen more stay-at-home D-man or offensive type D-man? He had offensive skill, but no, I think he was pretty, not average, but he was very well-rounded. He could play offensive, but he was also very tough, could be nasty, could play good defense as well. Jay Lim is a Taiwanese singer. Do you think the Oilers will be better or the same this year, considering the sample we got in the preseason? I would say no. I don't put any stock, Murray, into preseason. I think the Oilers' offense could be better. Their defense is still suspect, and their goaltending is such a wild card. Do I think they can be better? Well, they're 1 game away from winning the Stanley Cup, so I don't think they'll be better, but I do think they're going to not start this season as poorly as they did last year. Who cares about preseason? I think they're too good to start as poorly as they did last year. Is the start of the season going to have growing pains with the fact the team is going from lockdown defense to attacking mentality? I don't know. I think they're going to go as far as goaltending takes them, and as far as their stars like Besser, Miller, Petey, and Hughes take them. Tough to see. Good point, Rome. Canucks did try and re-sign Lindholm too, so it wasn't just a pure rental. They had every intention to keep him. If Ratu turns out well, yeah, then it's basically more or less Ratu and Hronik for Horvat, which is pretty good. What do you think the other NHL teams are going to do? Do you think they're going to lose some players but in waivers? Yeah, I didn't see a lot of big names. I think there'll be a couple guys that get picked up, but the majority of guys will get through. John, I would disagree. I think the Canucks needed him in the playoffs. I thought he was good. Olin was a beast. Yes, indeed. Should have kept the big Russian dude. They tried, but they couldn't make him or Lindholm's salary expectations. Next Canuck in the Ring of Honor. If Burroughs is up there, should Kessler be up there? Is Kessler's Make Nice tour of a couple years ago paving the way to Ring of Honor? Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think of Kessler in the Ring of Honor? Both overpaid. Fine with losing both Lindholm and Zadorov. Indeed. Wow, 101 of you in here in the chat. That is awesome. You guys are starving for Canucks content. Even at this crazy 11 p.m. time. I know it's late for a lot of you, but this is the time where it works the best for me and I have the most energy. 101 people here, 24 likes. Let's bump that up a little bit. Oh, Taylor, type in all caps already. Let's go Canucks. Let's win it this season. Bring the cup back to Canada. Also, hope you're doing good, Andrew. I love how she kept also hope you're doing good, Andrew. Also in the caps as well. Hey, Shannon, is the preseason too long? I think 4 games is plenty. Yeah, look at the way that the NFL is basically. Do they even have a preseason anymore? Yeah, maybe it's heightened because of all the major injuries we're seeing this year, but you could still have. Sometimes remember the Canucks have played 8 or 9 preseason games, so 6 is actually fewer. So you could go with 4 to 6 and simply not have this expectation that any veterans play. Don't know, John. Not a betting man. Getting through preseason healthy seems to be a needed strategy this year, especially looking at other teams' injury roles. Exactly. It's pretty crazy when you look around the league. I bet the Bruins wish they didn't give Zadorov and Lindholm all that money with the goalie situation. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they navigate themselves out of it for sure. Tony Tanti, Ring of Honor worthy. I think that ship has passed. I like Tanti, but if they haven't done it before, they're certainly not going to do it right now. Utah concession prices: $2 water, $3 hot dog, popcorn, $3 nachos. Wow. And yes, Justin, just as Lucas gives us the scoop on merchandise, you give us a scoop on food and beverage. So prices going slightly up. That is good to know. Bruins fans aren't too thrilled with Lindholm right now. Really? Why? Has he not done anything in preseason? I didn't know that, Michael. Tell me why. Yeah, next time in Rogers Arena, I'll map it out, Swerve and Irvin. How much room is up there? You can do that too. I know you go. Preseason is crazy. Already stories that are cementing. Good word, Taylor. Could be one of those seasons. Yes, Ron, that's going to happen at the October 11th game against Philly. Very good. Corey Schneider, Ring of Honor. No, I don't think he was here long enough. There. Oh, Vipers. There you go. Great minds think alike. Schneider didn't play long enough as a Canuck to be Ring of Honor worthy. Yeah, Fangirl. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but just because he was at Luongo's thing is not a hint that he's going to be there himself. The NHL teams that you like, except for Vancouver, do you think they're going to be better on your opinion? I think Tampa's going to regress. I think Winnipeg's going to regress. I think Colorado is going to be better. They're probably mad at how they did last year. Lindholm was overrated. Lindholm's injuries issues are still a thing. Oh, I did not know that, Michael. Go Canucks, go. Coach Rob and Clay Emo and Carol Bovelander are ready to play in net. Okay, all 4 of us at the same time. That'll be awesome. I understand why Bruins fans won't be too thrilled with them getting Lindholm and Zadorov and then turning around lowballing Swayman. Yeah, the money messaging is a little bit inconsistent. That is a great point, Irvin. By the way, Irvin, did you share the good news? Right at the start of the stream, I saw you said, I have some good news to share, but I'm not sure if I saw the good news posted. Lindholm and Swayman will sink the Blues. Perhaps. We'll see. And KJ seems to think that's a good thing. I love the little thumbs up there. Tyler's ready to play net. All right, everyone playing net. Let's do it. We'll all play in net. So what do you guys think about the lines and the cuts and the deep pairings? Let me know what you think about everything we talked about for the first half of the show, the cuts and the way they lined up today. Oh, by the way, power play one, no surprise. It was DeBrusque joining the big four of Hughes, Pettersson, Miller, and Besser. Yeah, I saw that hit on Jack Guy on, I don't know what that guy's doing. He beats up the guy who need line A. And then, by the way, some people are saying that line A hit wasn't dirty. It was just a defenseman trying to hold his ground. It was just unfortunate. I don't know what you guys think of that. And yes, and the hit against Stützle, it was unnecessary. Lekkerimaki, total goals. Let's go with 25. 25 goals, Ricky. Is that not enough? Maybe more? 30? My good news was McDonald's Monopoly. Okay, that is good news. And it's on the app, right? You know, you don't have to do those bad stickers that are hard to peel off all the time. Don't know what Arbor was thinking. Yep. Okay, Coach Rob's ready. Hey, look at Coach Rob's picture. He should go in net. Look at Moneybags here. Still able to afford McDonald's. Hey, Harry, I do not think the lines are finalized because, yeah, I still think there's some battles between Oman, Ratu, and Baines, and we got to see about Suter's health. Do I think PDG is candidate for first call-up? Depends what they need. Do they need a bottom six guy? Then it's, yeah, PDG would be good. Do they need a top six guy? Maybe then Lekkerimaki would be good. And don't forget, like, one of Baines or Ratu still might be sent down to Abbotsford, and then they might be a candidate for call-up in front of PDG. The $3 hot dogs, indeed, enticing Phil Kessel to sign a PTO with Utah. 92 points for Hughes. Yeah, maybe. Gosh, I predict him at 95-ish. Don't tell Parker because I got to do my, we got to do our prediction show. Yeah, could Quinn get 95? That seems like such, but he's so good, and you can never doubt him. Yeah, Desmoney, I would not be surprised if he eclipses that number. Now that I think about it, for sure. First call-up candidate could be PDG. Yes, could be, but it might not be. In 2024, do you feel the skill has caught up to the new rules in the goaltending since 2006? Well, we're just seeing such an influx of young players that are good. And was scoring up last year, Sruner? I'd have to look at it. It seems like scoring was up because I don't remember like amazing numbers for goaltenders, but I could be wrong. KJ says 20 goals for Lekkerimaki in Abbotsford and 15 this season. That's bold. I'm sorry, Claire. You're talking about the Montreal Canadiens player that got injured and they got. Yeah. Okay, so I thought Line A doesn't need surgery, so he's going to be out for 2 or 3 months as opposed to 9 months. That's what I thought, but I could be wrong. But yes, that's who I'm talking about, Carol. I wonder what Talkett has up his sleeves for lines this year, and he'll try different lines. Shannon, I think, if lines aren't working, he'll probably change them pretty quick. But I also think that he's going to stick with that top six for a while. I really do. And then I think there's a bottom six where you're going to see a lot of changing. Who's going to be the first to take a run at Bedard? Interesting. I hope that. I say this because they're in the primes, or Brodeur and Gretzky were playing light years ahead of the rest of the league. Yeah, they were kind of ahead. I think that's a great point, and I don't think there's such a discrepancy. Like even Connor McDavid didn't win the scoring title last year. Yeah, within Canada, I'm an equal opportunity flyer. I use both Air Canada and WestJet, and then when I fly to the States, I kind of trying to seek out deals WestJet because we have the WestJet credit card that helps for free bags and stuff like that. I also have better hitting percentage when it gets to emergency exit row seats on WestJet. But I've flown United, I've flown Delta, but so I'm pretty. I don't have a preferred airline. Let's put it that way. Do I think Kessel retires this season? Yes. Is there a value menu at Rogers Arena? No. Was I ever a fan of Dan Cloutier? Indifferent. I don't think there's value beer, but John, I would not be the right person to ask because I don't drink the stuff. Would Baines and Ratu make the roster for opening night? My gut feeling is one of them is going to be sent down. My gut feelings are going to keep Ratu because he's versatile as a center. That's my gut feeling. Line A is just a sprain. That's good. Okay. Thank you. Line A is out 2 to 3 months. The defenseman Reinbacher is out 5 to 6. Thank you, Viper, for that. Ron, so hard to guess when Lekkermaki gets his first call up. I'd say it won't be till after Christmas. That's my guess. This is why we won't be contenders. Rangers fourth line involves Matt Rempe, absolute killer. We have Baines. He goes in corner with a Rempe is better than Baines. I don't know. I'm not convinced that Rempe is going to have an impactful career. Four Nations face-off in February is going to be awesome. Rempe will be suspended to play very much. Think best row at 50? No, I don't. I want him. If he hits 40 again, that'll be just fine. And if he hits 50, he's going to be very expensive to re-sign. Arbor is the dirtiest hitter. He should be suspended for the rest of the season. Well, that's strong, Edison. I wasn't too impressed with EPD. Do you see the Canucks? Wait, are you talking about the defenseman, Pettersson? No. They're not going to trade him. He's still young. He hasn't even broken in the NHL yet. They will not trade him. And they won't get anything for him because he hasn't done anything in the NHL just yet. Yeah, I'm not surprised you like intimidation given there's that UFC guy, right? Is your avatar. Last season, the power play was a non-factor. Have you seen anything this preseason that would make you believe they started improving? No, I haven't seen anything, Desmoney, because the first power play unit hasn't played together yet. So early for me to say, but they've been preaching attacking, creativity, movement. So I'm excited to see it. I think Quinn could have hit 100 last season if PD didn't fade in the last 20 games. Yeah, they are connected. They're on the ice together quite a bit, aren't they? How do you think the BC Lions will play against Calgary this weekend? I don't know. The Lions are such a random team right now. I hope they win, obviously. After Carol's comment last week, I still wonder if the refs do enough to make the league safer for its superstars. What did Carol say? Like Carol in our chat said something about injuries. Yeah, so tough to say. I have Hughes at 92. Teams won't be giving him as much time and space, and I think some of his assists will be distributed to the improved depth up front. Sprong and DeBrusque on the power play. Maybe, but that you're still saying 92 points though, right? Thoughts on the renovations they made at Rogers Arena? I will need to see them first before I comment, Harry. And yeah, there's that report that they're making changes throughout the season, including new seats by next season. No, you cannot bring the Costco food inside, John. Before Luongo, was McLean our best goalie? And how did he get his nickname Captain Kirk? I think he was never the captain of the Canucks, but obviously a Star Wars reference and Star Trek reference, not Star Wars. And maybe that's it. I don't know the actual story. Yes, McLean was probably our best goaltender in franchise history before Luongo. Looks like Pods will make the Oilers lineup. Fresh out of breakup, looking at their ex, see how they're doing. Yeah, Garrett, I haven't had an ex in a long time because Gail and I have been together forever, but I will trust you. Rempe is a no talent goon. Is JT Miller the greatest Canuck when all is said and done? I hard pressed to see him being greater than the Sedins or Bure, but he could be right up there. Make teams pay on the power play. Pods has to make the team or they'll lose them on waivers. No outside food or drinks allowed in Rogers Arena, but you can bring an empty bottle and fill up water. Yes, Celebrina got hurt. Panarin, I didn't know about that. Pullman should get bought out, retired early. No, at this point, you only got one more year. It doesn't make sense to buy him out. You just let the contract run out. 78 of the 82 games are on cable, but not basic cable. You need Sportsnet. After Arbor, Xhekaj turned that least player the DJ played, going to give it to you. Oh, that's not right. Whitecaps, aren't they close to a playoff spot? They just won that Canadian Voyagers Cup or whatever. Oh, and Carol's birthday call, she said that they should have called a penalty after they hit on Naslin. That's a great point. I do remember that now. Okay, friends, I need to get going now because I got to get to my church on time for my regular Tuesday night prayer hour. So thank you for being here. I appreciate all you guys. We crested over 100 viewers tonight, which is pretty awesome for a stream in between game days. And we're still a week away from the regular season. So moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Thank you to legendary Lucas Gates, the legendary Andrew Chang, who is here from Japan, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Thanks to my sponsors, Advanced City Experts Real Estate, and Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. And don't forget, on your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, upgrade your membership, buy your own membership, use your monthly membership message, and listing on a podcast platform. Please rate and review. And thank you to those who went above and beyond today. Justin uses his monthly membership message for 44 months. RSA gives the $20 Swedish krone donation. Thank you, RSA. And Jack uses his monthly membership message from 11 months. He's been a member for 11 months, which is pretty cool. Don't forget, I got shows every night this week. So we're already on Tuesday. So that just leaves Wednesday and Thursday at 11, not member shows, straight shows for everyone. And you can buy Canuck Clay merch at canuckclay.threadless.com. Okay, friends, you guys are awesome. We'll see what if tomorrow's practice brings any change in the Canucks forward lines or D-pairings, or if we hear any more about injuries or non-injuries. And if so, I'll be sure to vlog about it sometime during the day tomorrow. Those vlogs today did very well. I think people missed those. And I joked around. You say, you know, that Canuck season is coming up soon when I'm starting to vlog again from my car. Okay, friends, you guys are awesome. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And don't forget to rate this joke 1 to 10 in the chat as soon as I am done. What do you call a sheep who can sing and dance? Lady Baba. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.